Our football preview stop in Shelby County today with the Northwest Central Conference. It's Fort Loramie in the spotlight, dropping down to Division 7 from Division 6 in the new OHSA football playoff format. I'm joined by Matt Bergbacher, the head coach, and Craig Follenkamp, Mr. Everything down at the end, kick returner, punt returner, cornerback, wide receiver, and Coach said water boy every once in a while. He does a little bit of everything. Coach, here in the cornfields, this feels like Northwest Ohio football, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. This is our second year out here on the practice field, and last year was bean field. This year's a cornfield.
Feels better?
Yes, and it does feel at home, and it's nice and secluded back here, and we love being back here.
9 returners on offense coming back, 9 returners on defense. What do you do this first week when they know quite a bit of the offense, the defense, even the special team schemes?
We want to get all of our offense, defense, special teams in. I know a lot of it's review, because the boys do know it from last year, but still there's some little things that we can work on before we get those pads on, and that's what's been our focus the last 2 days, and we'll continue the rest of this week. And then, once we're able to go full go on Saturday, it's, inter-squad scrimmage time, and we're ready to go.
Craig, take us through being a senior for Fort Loramie. What does this mean? Has it sunk in yet that you're the old guy now?
It's pretty sweet. Coming back from my freshman year, I was a little shrimp. Had like 100-some pounds.
And now you're huge, right?
Oh, I'm huge. Yeah, I just can't wait to get out on the field and give it all I got.
Just tell us about being a part of Fort Loramie these last few years and how you've seen just the program continue to build upon itself.
Well, like my freshman year, we made playoffs and everything, but every time we keep growing, we keep getting better. This implementing the offense and just keeps getting better.
Coach, plenty of returners back, but a new quarterback with Seth Giozzi graduating. Who are we looking at in that quarterback race?
At that quarterback race, we got senior Tyler Kazmaier and junior Andy Gruey. And the cupboard's not bare, that's for sure. We would be comfortable with those two guys, and those two guys have been competing in camps and here in two-a-days. So, we're going to put the best guy out there. And I've never been a fan of the two-quarterback system, but you know what? That could be what's best for us, and that's what we're going to do, what's best for us. And I feel comfortable with both those guys out there.
Another guy that returns is Delante Thornton, just a workhorse. We see him blazing on the track. He's got all that speed, all that strength. How have you seen him grow this summer?
The big thing is he's got some experience by going to some camps. He's seen what else is out there. Sometimes when you do live in a smaller community like us, you're not exposed to the big things out there. And I think he's been exposed to some running backs from the Cleveland area, some running backs from the Toledo area, and he's seen that, and he, obviously he wants to be one of those top running backs. But I'm sure Delante will be the first to tell you, no, you can't, or any of our running backs can't do anything without our offensive line. And having 5 starters back on the offensive line, that's a great feeling for us, and one that we're excited about.
A coach's dream, and your dad has some wisdom when it goes with the offensive line, doesn't he?
Absolutely. I always tell these guys once he officially retires from coaching, he's going to be my first hire up here, and I don't care who I have at offensive line coach. He's going to be the offensive line coach, and we'll find another spot. But yes, he's helped me out a ton, with being a first-year head coach 4 years ago, and still, just when we go to family reunions, yes, we'll talk about the family, but we always end up talking about football too. So, a guy that knows, more than most people do know about football. You couldn't ask for somebody better as a reference.
And Matt's dad, if you don't know, down at Tip City, coaching Tippecanoe, and I remember back to your first playoff win. It was down in Cincinnati, and he was right there on the sideline because his team had played the night before.
That is one picture that I have in my coach's office. There is a picture of me and Dad, and actually that picture was taken down at UD after the win against Southeastern. But that is nice. Again, this year they play on a different night than we do. So last year we both played on the same night, and we both lost on the same night, so that wasn't a good night for our family. But this year they're back on Friday night, we're back on Saturday night, and it'll be great to be able to watch him play and then watch us play, as long as we're fortunate enough to make the playoffs.
Craig, take us through the defense. How are things looking on that side of the ball?
We're definitely a lot better than we were last year. We have a lot more speed, and we're a lot stronger. We're just everything's just ready to go.
Coach, looking at the schedule this year, a full NWCC slate, and you picked up Tenora week 3. How big a game is that non-conference-wise?
Our first 4 games non-conference are huge, and we've been talking. Not that we're not focused on the conference, because we are, but we got to take care of those first 4 games first. what else could you ask for with week one? Opening up with Minster,
Yep.
The big rival, and then week two, we're fortunate enough to be able to play New Bremen, which is just 2 miles up the road from Minster, and those first 2 games are awesome. And then, for the community, for both communities.
Right.
And then week 3 and 4 with Tenor and Ada. Those are great. Those are teams that are winning 8-9 games every year. And they are consistent winners. They're good football teams. They're good football programs. And we couldn't be more excited. I think, with the schedule we have this year, this has got to be the best since I've been here, regular season schedule, with just really with those first 4 plus, once we get into the league. Strength-wise, I think this is the best schedule we've played.
Then you've got, of course, Lehman Catholic, a big rivalry game. The 2 Shelby County teams that you get to face don't get to face Anna. But what does that game mean? You're in and you're out.
Our 2 big games, obviously, is week 1 and then the Lehman game. Right. My first 2 years, Lehman got us. They had some good football teams, and Coach Roll's got a great football program over there. And so we're extra excited for week 1, and this year we're going to be extra excited for week 7. It's great competition. The kids know each other. Right. That's the biggest thing. Outside of sports, which they've got to know each other through sports, but outside, I know they're friends with them on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. But when they're out on the field, they're not friends. It's a competition. It's competing, and we got a bunch of kids that like to win, and I know Lehman's got a bunch of kids that like to win too, and I know Coach Roll likes to win just as much as I do. So it is it's a great game, and it's fortunate that we are in the same league in football. We've been in the same league the last 4 years to be able to play, someone of that caliber so close.
Why aren't you on Twitter, Coach?
I do not do Twitter. I do not do Facebook. My wife does, and I'll read hers, but I don't.
She can manage a Twitter account for Coach Bergbaum. What do you think, Craig? That'd be good? Maybe not.
It'd be pretty funny.
Maybe not. Craig, what does that mean to play Minster, to play Lehman Catholic? Like Coach said, guys, the communities know each other so well.
I mean, it's a great experience. Like, we get there, we know we're playing our friends. We're all excited, and just makes us want to win even more.
Big week 1 matchup, as always, Minster and Fort Loramie to start off the schedule. When we come back, we'll have more with the Redskins here in Shelby County on WOSN. Round 2 with the Fort Loramie Redskins. Delante Thornton sitting to my left, and Tyler Kazmaier down at the end. Delante, let's start with you. You've had a busy summer, all kinds of different one-day senior camps. What was your favorite college experience so far?
My favorite college experience or the favorite camp?
Favorite camp.
Well, my favorite camp was Bowling Green camp. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot of fundamentals, things I could use in games, and it was just an overall good experience.
What are some of the things you get out of those camps in particular? Is there a lot of one-on-one coaching? What's the routine like?
There's a lot of one-on-one coaching. They send you with the position coach of your position at their school, and they teach you a lot of things like you didn't know before and things you can do better with. It was a really good experience.
Going into your senior season, what are you looking forward to as a team, personally? What are some of the goals?
Some of our goals this year, we really want to have a great year. That's our goal, and we've been working hard towards it, and we're just going to continue to pursue our goal.
Tyler, in the quarterback competition right now, Coach tells us, what would it feel like to step into that role and to lead this team?
Well, I mean, after losing Seth last year, it's going to be a really big role to step into, but I know the quarterback that does get the job, whether it's myself or Andy Gruey, I know we'll perform to the best of our potential.
So much leadership is back. 9 returners on offense, 9 on defense. Does that help your comfort level as you transition into that position?
It does. It will, but we have to work into that. We have to gel first as a team, but that always comes with 2 days in practice, and I'm pretty sure we'll gel just fine.
Delante, what's that process like, gelling with the new quarterback for you as one of the tailbacks?
It's different timing. It's definitely different timing. The quarterback's set through with a sidearm. Kazmaier throws normal.
Normal.
So it's different transitioning into it, but we'll get used to it.
How about defensively, Delante? A strong front once again. How are you guys looking?
I think it's going to be real good. We have Garrett Eilerman back. He was a force for us last year, and our linebackers are the same for the most part.
Tyler, dropping down to Division 7, some of the same possible playoff teams in there. Did you guys talk about the move at all?
No, we did not talk about the move at all. We're just ready to play football. We'll play the team again across from us, and that's all we really care about.
And week 1, it's Minster, a team you know very well. What kind of anticipation do you have going into that game?
Well, Minster's a great football team. We know that, but I think with how we're working and how we're growing, even in the second day of 2 days, I think we'll do really well.
Fort Loramie Redskins' first scrimmage against Elida coming up in a couple weeks. Lots of fun as they get ready for the Minster Wildcats on opening night. When we come back, one more round with Fort Loramie here on WOSN. Fort Loramie setting up camp. Nice little powwow, an adventure, country concert just down the road. You kind of bring it over here to football practice, Zach Brandowy, to take some breaks during 2-a-days?
Yeah. Having fun out here today.
How are things going with such a veteran bunch? 9 returners on offense, 9 returners on defense. What's the feel like?
We're feeling pretty good. We should be back to strengths this year. We got everybody back. It should be a good year.
Troy Bonanza, a running back and middle linebacker. Let's first talk about that backfield and all the different options you guys have between yourself, Delante Thornton, the quarterback. How much fun is that explosive offense?
Well, it's a lot of fun. You got so many different options. And, Delante's also obviously a great addition, but we have so many different options where we can attack either way.
Take us to the defensive side of the ball as well. Has much changed? Coach Toby moving down the road to Marion Local. The scheme's pretty much similar to what we've seen from Fort Loramie?
Yeah, we're doing the same drills, just working on them every day, trying to get better.
Zach, how much are you looking forward to putting the pads on, to the scrimmages, to the football aspect of football?
They can't come soon enough. I'm ready for Saturday. I'm ready to start hitting and getting into the real groove of football.
Does today kind of just feel like an extension of the summer because you're not allowed to hit or have the pads?
Yeah, today and yesterday have definitely been slow. They are not moving very fast, but tomorrow we'll put pads on and maybe hit a little bit.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Troy, favorite aspect of football? Is it the defensive side of the ball, getting the big tackle, running the football? What's your favorite?
I like our defensive side, going after the ball, trying to get the tackle, making some big plays on that side of the ball, making big hits.
A great first 4 weeks. Coach Bergbacher and I talked about it, a non-conference schedule that you guys have set up. It all starts with Minster. What do you look forward to about that rivalry game?
Well, they're a great team and great rivalry, but we're just excited to play them and get a chance to get out and show our Loramie fans what we're made of this year.
Fort Loramie trying to get back to the playoffs once again. Been there a number of the last 4 years, and they will try and make it in Division 7 this year under the new OHSAA format. For Joe Vernick, my name is Andy Lynch. Thanks to Coach Bergbacher and all the guys for stopping by this Fort Loramie Pigskin Preview on WOSN.